Hopefully we don't get copyright claimed.
Man, fuck it, it's a remake. Fuck ass nigga beat.
We don't give a shit.
Stretch my hands to you.
We out here, man. That's Follow God by Kanye West. That's the instrumental.
But it's a remake.
Yeah. So we coming a week later after Jesus is King has been released. Finally been released after all of the fuckery. We gonna do a review. We gonna do an actual review because we listened to this shit for enough time to be able to put a real review out and not something that we was just knee-jerk reaction into calling it the best thing ever just because Kanye did it and he is some type of genius that can outthink us all. That ain't what we here to do. We're here to talk about it. Now, this is the review of Jesus is King as an album. This ain't a review of Kanye as a person. This ain't a review of Kanye turning into a Christian. This is a review of the music. I listen to gospel music, so I got a good perspective on how we can talk about this in relation to it being a gospel album, because this is what he called it. This is what he said it is. And they ain't got no cursing in it. Completely curse word free. It's got some religious themes in it.
I wrote my fucking review down, so I'm going straight off what I wrote on this paper.
All right, I'm going straight off the top because I ain't write nothing.
No, I'm prepared. I wrote this shit down. So,
because I saw a lot of people. I mean, I saw this one tweet that went viral that no matter what you think about the album, Kanye got people who would probably never think to say it searching up Jesus is King.
okay.
And that's all well and good. I applaud him for sticking to his convictions and doing, instead of being like a slave to the type of music that he started out doing the type of music that he felt like he should do. If he felt like making gospel is what he should do, and that's what he kind of did. But to me, like a quick summary of what I think about this album, bro, this is a middle of the road Kanye album with gospel frosting spread across it.
Middle of the road gospel album with frosty.
A middle of the road Kanye album with gospel frosting spread across it. It's just got gospel sprinkles on it to me. Right? Because when you get into the album, he himself said that this album actually started off as Yandi.
Mm-hmm.
People wanted Yandi, then Jesus came and did the laundry.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And what I think happened, bro, I think this album took so long to come out because there wasn't an album.
It won't.
I think that
I think at most it was ideas.
Mm-hmm.
He knew he wanted to make an album, and I'm pretty sure he knew he wanted to make a statement with the album, but he didn't know exactly what he wanted to make yet.
I think he had Yandi finished, and then he decided he wanted it to be gospel, and he had to start almost all the way over.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think happened. And that's why I think that all of these ridiculous Kanye fans were sitting around.
Because I know for a fact that New Body song was on it. That first one to hit your new body.
That shit was stunk. That shit stunk too.
Nobody can't see nobody.
I'm glad that bullshit ain't on the album, bro.
New ass, new tits, new tits, new reds, new tits.
Like there ain't no way that could have made it. Like, let me get first of all, if that would have been on the album, it would have invalidated the whole thing for me, and I wouldn't even listen to that shit. Mm-hmm. If it was supposed to be going in this direction, to me it was blasphemy what he did on Life of Pablo with the gospel sample.
We don't want no devils in the
not Ultra Light Beams. The Ultra Light Beam was actually a gospel song. I'm talking about the next shit, Father Stretch My Hands, where he had the gospel sample. It had a kind of like a gospel vibe, and then start talking about bleached assholes and shit.
She just bleached her asshole. I mean, I think Kanye, he ain't never made an album that sound, alike. So
yeah, he did. His first 3 albums all sounded alike. College Dropout, Late Registration, all the school themed ones all sounded alike. Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
But see, like, even College Dropout, Late Registration, they took a different sound. Like, to me, to me, all these shit sound different.
To me, they don't. He got different eras. So he got the school era. That's what I call it. They all sound alike. Then he got like the
heartbreak era.
Like I wouldn't call what is it? I wouldn't say the heartbreak era, but what can I call it? Like the dark era where 808s and heartbreaks, Dark Twisted Fantasy and Jesus all kind of sounded alike. Mm-hmm. They all had that kind of similar tone, and if you want to count it, Cruel Summer. And then this new era where it's like The Life of Pablo, Ye, and now Jesus is King. Like Jesus is King sound like a gospel-fied version of his previous 2 albums to me. Like, excuse me. And when you get down into it, like when you start going through the tracks, like Salah, it kind of sounds like it has a gospel vibe, but then you start hearing that same old Kanye with this persecution complex, where he's talking about he shouldn't be a slave and shit, and but Kanye.
Get my AirPods because I want to listen to these shits again so I can have a fresh fucking statement on what I'm about to say about this shit.
But like Kanye be doing that, but he don't be taking into account that the persecution that he faces is from self-inflicted shit. He does a bunch of reprehensible shit in people's eyes in the media and all of that. And then complains about it on his songs. And then like talking about he ain't yelling when he yelling at the chauffeur, he ain't mean, he just focused or whatever. This sounds just like a play on when he was complaining about complaining about a chauffeur. I mean, it sounds just like a play on him complaining about paparazzis and other songs, complaining about being famous. Like, that's why I say this sounds like a middle of the road Kanye album, but just with gospel elements sprinkled on top of it, because he still got a lot of that bullshit from other Kanye albums in this. Like, complaining about situations that he caused for himself. Right? Mm-hmm. And trying to justify why he's selling these raggedy looking ass clothes and shoes at such a high price. Why in the hell on a gospel album is you rapping about telling us that, oh, I have to sell these clothes at a high price because of what they charge me? Nigga, you doing it, but you ain't gotta justify it. Just do it. When you make a gospel album, it's no longer about you in the gospel album. A gospel album is about spreading the Lord's message. Mm-hmm. That's what gospel is about. It ain't about you trying to explain to us why your clothes cost so much. Right? Right.
Okay. So we did fucking every hour. We didn't even talk about every hour.
Every hour is just like it's like a run-of-the-mill gospel introduction. That's pure gospel right there. Like, it ain't really much to say about that. That's something that I think was added in the later stages of this, when it was transforming from Yandi to Jesus is King. That's what I think about that.
So
one.
you basically saying this is one of the reasons why the album came out late because he was adding this.
No, I
This
think
is sound.
I think he had Yandi finished, and that
Mm-hmm.
he had to change when he decided he wanted to be a gospel. I think when he came out and said that he's no longer making secular music, I think he decided to turn this into a gospel album that same day.
That same day.
Yeah. Right?
That don't sound too far off.
And I think that's what he was doing. I think he was changing this to a gospel album, let alone supposedly another one is coming out on Christmas with the whole Sunday service in it. Like, but that being said, I don't actually think this album is terrible. I definitely don't think it's Kanye's worst. Like, Kanye's worst album to me is Yeezus. And I
think Yeezus is better than this.
I don't think Yeezus is better than this. Not me. I think Yeezus is by far his worst album.
So that's Salah.
Mm-hmm.
I gave it a 3 out of 10.
Right.
I didn't like this song because it, you know, that new pretentious Kanye joint where it's like boom 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 boom, like some type of.
I'm trying to make it sound all epic. And
yeah,
shit.
like he trying, like you see how he rapping, like he doing like a broad speaking, like he's some type of prophet or president or fucking like prime minister type shit.
What you saying is you don't like that he, in his tone, the way he produced the song and the way his flow is coming across is like he's saying something that's essential for us to listen to.
Yes, that's like, my exact shit.
Like he teaching us a lesson.
And then he got this stuff. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Like, I like that. Because I feel that's like some movie shit. Like, that shit get you hyped. Like,
right.
But it's like, I feel like on this song, Kanye is taking bigger steps than he should. You feel me? I feel like he's taking these giant steps as if he's some type of fucking like real life,
like a reverend or something.
Yeah, like I feel like he going too hard.
You feel like he didn't ease.
No, he didn't ease into this. He just. But and I really think he can do this because of the type of fans he got.
Yeah.
You got niggas who heard the album for 10 seconds, literally, bro.
Right.
A 10-second snippet. Oh, this is an instant classic.
But shit, look.
And it's not even that I don't like this fucking album. Mm-hmm. I just feel like he's trying to. I don't feel like this is serious.
I think it's serious.
I feel like this.
He has had gospel elements in his music.
He has gospel elements, but as a straight up gospel artist,
bro,
I gave it a 3 out of 10, not because I don't like the song, but simply because he's trying to go off as this song that just played. I don't like this song, and I can't wait till we talk about this because I'm shitting on it. I don't care who don't like it.
What song?
I'm shitting on it, bro.
God is?
Yes.
Bro, that's one of the best songs up there.
Bro, fuck
what
that,
you talking about?
This nigga sound like a auntie in church.
Bro, that's shit, to me, bro. That's
Follow God is my favorite one, which was the next song that we talk about.
Follow God is the song that every old Kanye fan that wanted some old school Kanye album was gonna run to.
Yeah.
And to me, that shit ain't even near the best song up here. That shit ain't even talking about nothing. He dropped one gem. Mm-hmm. He said, they tell you it ain't Christ-like, but they never tell you when you being like Christ. To me, that's a gem he dropped. He came across and he's saying that everybody is always just there to point out the negativity. Mm-hmm. And he dropped that, but that's just some song that's the little crutch that Kanye fans who just wishes he drops another beautiful, dark, twisted fantasy can go lean on. That's what that song is to me.
I like the beat. The beat is crazy.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. That God Is joint is. That's the one that he took the biggest step towards being a real gospel artist on to me because it wasn't.
Yeah, but I don't like it.
It wasn't no frills. It wasn't no auto tune and shit. He got up there. It sounded like he got on a gospel inspired track because it's still a hip hop track. It's sampled.
Mm-hmm.
But he got on a gospel inspired track and he just sung from the heart. Didn't add none of that pretentious shit you just complained about to it. None of those boom, 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 and that, what's that? Whoop-dee, whoop-dee, whoop-dee. All that shit ain't on there. It's just a choir singing like, what the we the soldiers, whoop-dee, 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 whoop. That's the song Salah that you didn't like, right? ain't that what's on the end of that shit?
Yeah.
He didn't do none of that on God Is. He just got up there, sounded like he was singing in front of the church. And that's what aunties do.
Yeah. We can get into that one.
I mean, he didn't care that he ain't got the best singing voice.
We gonna talk more about this one when we get to it. Closed on Sunday.
That shit is terrible. Nigga, that's the one that I can't stand. Closed on Sunday sound like a joint that they take you to, that they go into youth service with.
Yo, my Chick-fil-A.
And they play for the kids to say, hey kids, gospel is cool too. Listen to this. That's what Closed on Sunday sound like. It sound like the type of music they try to use to lure kids who love hip hop into liking gospel. Mm-hmm. Junk is trash, man. Like if you want to hear that type of music, I'd rather just listen to Kirk Franklin. I'd rather listen to Stomp or something. Mm-hmm. Somebody who straddles that hip hop. Like what are you even saying? Closed on Sunday, you my Chick-fil-A. Put the selfies down, put the gram away. I mean, anybody can tell you that, nigga. You ain't telling us something. Niggas don't want to put the gram down. Niggas be in church, Instagram and shit. Nigga, the pastor the other day was Instagrammed or tweeted himself eating coochie.
Yeah.
I mean, that song is awful, man. Like, what you think about that joint?
But this,
that Closed on Sunday shite.
I like this one up until Closed on Yo My Chick-fil-A. If he would have found something else to say other than Yo My Chick-fil-A, I feel like this would have been a lot better.
Bro, that junk is some bottom basement, like you trying to preach to some kindergartner sounding shit. Like that junk trash.
I like the way he doing the and then it go it don't, the beat and the way he rapping don't make this song sound like a gospel song, and I like the like in the background.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the type of person who I don't mind a song that's supposed to be hip hop gospel not sounding gospel like. Cause I done heard songs I heard songs on the radio that I did not know was gospel. It was just playing in the background. Sounded like any other rap song to me until I heard the lyrics and I realized it was gospel. So I don't got no problem with that. This song just has no substance to me. Like it's just like
I feel you.
What am I supposed to give any damn about what you're talking about? Hold the selfies, put the gram away. Grab the hands and what? Nigga, let me quote something. Let me spit a little rap verse from back in the 90s, all right? It go like, they're using simple back and forth, the same old rhythm that a baby can pick up and join right with them, but the rhymes is pathetic. Not even Copa said it, using nursery terms, that shit is not poetic. That's what this song sound like to me. Some old preschool gospel. Like if it didn't have that ominous sounding beat, you could put it on one of them colorful CDs. Your old preschool teacher could put it in that raggedy boom box and fucking Barney could be singing this shit to you, brother. Closed on Sunday, you my Chick-fil-A. All they had to do was put the I love you, you love me music behind it. Let the big purple dinosaur sing it to the kiddies. This shit sucked.
I don't think that one is that bad. I don't think that was that bad personally. And then so next, On God. I feel like this was one of the songs where he was like saying the most like stuff about like being a being a like gospel artist.
I don't like that song either. That song sounds like a bad Kanye song that just got transformed into a gospel song. That's what it sounds like to me. Like he took a bad song that he had in the vault and just said, "I'm gonna gospel this up and put it on the Jesus album."
Mm-hmm.
That's what it sounds like. I hate the beat.
Yeah, I don't really like the beat to this one. I was listening to the words and I kind of like this one better.
Yeah, I'm not really. I just don't vibe with it, man. I don't vibe with it.
And everything. So next, Everything We Need. This is one of the one songs that Ty Dolla Signs is on.
Mm-hmm.
That he didn't really like go above and beyond.
This is the best song on the CD to me.
Do you think this is the best one?
This is the best song. This is the one where he struck the perfect balance to me between being a hip hop and a gospel artist.
Yeah, it sounds great. That we are everything you need. Ooh, ooh. This is like, it sounds like this is a family song.
It sound like, you know how, you know your complaint that you had with Salah,
mm-hmm.
right? About how he was trying to talk at you like he had some grand message, but he really won't saying nothing.
Mm-hmm.
This is a song where he actually saying something and he relaying it across in a relatable sounding way.
I can get with that one.
You know what I'm saying? He's just saying like,
I like the way this song sound though.
Like that's my favorite.
I mean, you know, I like singing.
Mm-hmm.
So I fuck with Ty Dolla Sign because that nigga can sing.
Bro, I've loved every aspect of this song. This is my favorite song on the album. It's like he's saying something he's saying a message that's relatable enough for anybody to pick up. Like if you feeling fucked up, change your attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Treat yourself. It's a different latitude. You know what I'm saying? Then in the second verse, he get kind of into, excuse me. In the second verse where he's saying, I can't remember how to say, oh yeah, this is my different attitude. I'm so radical. Everybody is mad at dude. That's a way that he mentioned his public persecution that he goes through without fucking pushing it up in your face to try to make you feel sorry for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like he said, everybody is mad at me, but whatever. And then he says, you know, what if Eve made apple juice? Would you do what Adam do, or would you say, baby, put it back on the tree because we got everything we need?
No,
telling people,
see now, this song that just played, you gonna be like, really, nigga? But you can finish with what you're saying.
Man, you like that water shit.
I love water. I can't lie, bro. Water is that heat, bro. This shit sounds so happy. This shit, yo.
Oh,
this song sounds like a field of beautiful green grass and the bluest skies you could ever see, bro. And this shit just sounds lovely, bro.
It stinks. That's what it's.
Bro, water is one of my favorite songs on this album.
That song stinks, man. I hate that song, bro.
Like a newborn daughter. Yeah. That shit fire.
But we can talk about water. Like, everything we need, shit. Ty Dolla Sign to me he did the perfect job. He didn't have to go grand on it to me.
Mm-hmm.
He just did.
But have you noticed when he hop on tracks with Kanye, he he kills it to a different level. Mm-hmm. But this one it was kind of toned down,
subdued. But the whole feeling of the song is subdued.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's one. Not even just the best song on here. To me, that's one of Kanye's best songs. Like, it's one of the songs where it reminded me back to where Kanye was actually relatable to people before he started thinking that he was some godly figure.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair to him, though, he don't come off to me to think he's some godly figure on this album. Even though he did, come off pretentious on Salah, like you said.
Yeah. See that? I feel like really, Salah was the only big problem that I had with this album. Because I felt like this nigga was really just like he was feeling himself on that Salah way too much. If that is what I can say.
I mean, that's why he put it up there first. That's the first song you hear him on. You know that some of that is gonna come from Kanye. That's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
He makes them grandiose sounding tracks where he trying to be like, yo, all right, now it's time for you to listen to me. Everybody listen to me. Kanye is talking now. That's what Salah is.
And I feel like Water is the complete opposite of that, bro. I feel like Water is really like he's like the most calm.
Man, it sounds like a Super Mario swimming level.
Yeah, I mean the beat sound like a video game sound and shit, but it's a good song.
I mean, I say that they did the good job of making the beat and the sound of the song fit, I guess, the title.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. I don't. Go ahead, get more into what you like about Water.
I mean, to me, I like the soft sounding music on this shit. I like soft sounding music in general. Music that's got like a mellow, chill vibe to it.
Right.
And I feel like this shit was a real mellow, chill, low on the scales of Kanye feeling like he's a god. As he, like, his shit sounds great. And I mean, I fucks with this song heavy. I like the beat. I like the background singing.
Mm-hmm.
The shit was good.
Excuse me. It ain't the worst thing I ever heard, but I ain't head over heels for it. It's not the worst thing I ever heard, though. I'll give you that.
I think this is one of the best songs on the album.
It ain't my least favorite song on the album. I mean, to go back to Follow God, bro, like, Follow God is...
I like this more than I like Follow God.
Follow God is one of my least favorite songs on the album, to no fault of... And it ain't even because of how the song sounds. Song sounds great, but when I'm listening to it to what he's saying, it's just a bunch of nonsense. Like, he was just repeating himself over and over. And some of that ain't Christ-like. But like I said, the only thing he dropped in there is they never tell you when you being like Christ.
Mm-hmm. But if you listen to this Water, like if you like go back, he just praising Jesus. This is a gospel song, bro. Jesus, please heal. Jesus, please forgive. Jesus, give us grace. Jesus, keep us safe. Like, this is what a gospel song.
But that's the same thing that was happening on the God Is joint.
Oh, no, I just didn't really like that one. I mean, I don't know. Like I say, bro, I say this every time. Maybe I haven't heard the song in the right setting.
I mean, the right setting to me is around the rest of the album.
I could have, like, I could hear that song anywhere else and be like, all right, I like this, but
I don't
but let
know.
me listen to it. This God Is.
God is great, man. Like, this is, I mean, Water ain't...
You know I like the singing that's at the beginning. I like that off rip.
But that's throughout the whole track. God is great, brother. I love that song. Like, but Water ain't terrible. I just don't think I like how it sounds that much.
I fucks with Water.
Not
If this was a song I could have liked by anybody. If anybody would have made it.
I mean, but that's the thing about songs that's actually good. I don't like songs just because whoever made it. Mm-hmm. A song to me that's good gotta be good enough to be good from any artist. So that's how any song that you think is good should be.
No. I'm gonna have to go back.
What you mean? Go back on what?
God is a true gospel song.
And God is the truest gospel song up here.
And it don't even sound like it don't sound like one of the new gospel songs.
No, that sound like
this sound like a old in the blackest black church you ever been in,
sound
bro.
like he was up there doing testimony.
This is Linkin Park right here, fam. This is Linkin Park, bro. With Uncle Harold, Aunt Charlene, everybody in there. And this is Aunt Tina singing. So, no cap. This is, oh no. I think, I'm gonna keep it honest with you with this Kanye album. Mm-hmm. I feel like, if you want me to be real honest about this, I didn't like this album because of what Kanye did with it, which was going back, making it wait, delaying it, saying stuff.
He was making it.
That's what I'm saying, but
he should have. Kanye
I went into this album already not liking it.
He should have learned to not talk, bro. If the album ain't ready, don't talk about it, bro. This is that same thing, bro. Of course, it's not nearly to this extent, right? Mm-hmm. I got a little aside. And tell me, don't this sound plain stupid? And we always talk about gaming going here from here and there because we play games. You were playing Call of Duty right now, right?
Yeah.
Right? So, in 2016, this game that came out called Final Fantasy 15. You remember when I got that shit? Mm-hmm. Guess when they announced it?
Like 10 years earlier or some crazy shit like that.
2006.
Yeah.
Bro, I was still in high school when they announced this shit. I done been through college, been through 2 jobs. I done been through life.
Nigga been through real life.
And that came out from the time I done been through. I was in high school when they said that shit was about to come out. Mm-hmm. I done been through college. I done been through 2 colleges, 2 jobs.
I'm weak.
Then this shit came, and then they said, right, this is what the Kanye shit. Then they said, don't worry. September 1st, this game comes out. Mm-hmm. That's what they said a week before September 1st.
This shit ain't coming out.
Shit ain't coming out to November 15th. Sounds just like some Kanye shit, does it not? By the time the shit came out, I wanted to hate it. Mm-hmm. And guess what? The shit wasn't even worth the wait. Objectively, it wasn't even worth it. Fuck sure wasn't worth 10 years. Niggas probably died waiting on that bullshit to come out.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? But it won't even worth the extra damn 2 months that it took to come out. Do you think Jesus is King was worth the extra whole month that it took to come out?
Do I think it's worth that?
Yeah.
No.
Do you think it was worth niggas being upset, waiting on Twitter, talking about when is it coming out? Do you think it was worth?
I probably would have loved this album if Kanye would have just not said nothing, right? Mm-hmm. And pulled a Beyonce and just dropped it at like 2 a.m. one night. Or if he would have dropped it at 12 when he dropped it. If he would have dropped it just at like 12 on a random day,
yeah,
I would have been like, maybe I would have been like, alright.
Bro, I don't even think you would have loved this shit, man. I think you would have loved the prospect of getting a surprise Kanye album. Mm-hmm. And then if we had waited to review it a week later, like we did, you would have been saying the same things about it that you saying anyway. I don't even think, it don't sound like to me the fact that he pulled a bunch of antics with it is affecting your opinion about it. To me, I don't hear that in your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't hear you. You said it as a side note, but you didn't say while talking about the music itself that, oh, this nigga pissed me off because he was bullshitting, and that's why I don't like this song. You had legitimate reasons why you don't like the tracks you don't like, and why you do like the tracks you do like. So I don't even think that him not dropping the album when he said he was is affecting what you say about it. You might would have loved just the event of getting a surprise Kanye album, but then like later on you would have been like, okay, like niggas like really, what is, let's take it this way. Let's take it here. What do you really think? What is your real opinion in the shortest order that you can give it of the life of Pablo, my nigga?
Alright. Life of Pablo. Life of Pablo was, in my opinion, I'm making this shit just to keep my fans happy, but I'm focused on clothes. I don't think Kanye. I think Kanye was himself when he did it.
Right.
But then again, I don't think he really like put his whole complete effort into it. But I fucks with the Life of Pablo because that shit got heat that I really like on it. Like, I mean, Ultralight Beams, alright. Father Stretch My Hands. Everybody loved that one. I don't really fuck with it that much. I love Famous. Freestyle 4.
Let alone that's
Waves.
The real version. Like if you listen to this shit, a bunch of those songs don't even sound the same.
That's what I'm saying.
But
see, this is what got me about the Life of Pablo that didn't get me about Jesus is King, right? Kanye dropped 30 hours on this one.
Right.
When I heard this, I instantly was transferred back to like a college dropout, right? And it's like I know he can still make this music. Like No Parties in LA with Kendrick Lamar. I'm like, one of my favorite songs on the album, Wolves. Real Friends with Ty Dolla $ign.
Right. But the thing I'm saying is the point. I brought that up to make this point. You said like you had a bunch of flaws. But when this shit first came out, nigga, we was loving this shit, bumping it every day, acting like it was the fucking best thing since sliced bread. That's what we was doing. Because it was a new Kanye album. That's the only reason why. So if he would have came out with Jesus is King flawlessly without all the bullshit that he surrounded it with, you would have probably loved it for being a new Kanye album, but after sitting with it, that hype would have went away and you would have had the same thoughts about it that you have anyway. That's what I think. Because, nigga, I remember...
I mean, because before you said anything about the Life of Pablo, I hadn't fucking heard a snippet piece of any of this shit. This is coming off me not hearing this shit for like a year. Bro, swear to God.
I'm talking about, I remember when we was listening to that shit and we was at the field one day and he was like, man, just play something else that's not this. I remember that shit, man. So, play something else that's not the Kanye album. That's what you said about Life of Pablo. And that was within a week of it coming out, bro. That was within a week of it coming out. So, like I said, to me, Jesus is King is not the worst Kanye album. It's just a middle of the road Kanye album that he gospel-fied.
And now, do you think Kanye gonna keep making gospel music? That's the question.
I mean, he probably. I wouldn't doubt it. Kanye is the type of dude that can do this, and I think I think Kanye made this album in a month, in a month or two. I think
Kanye made this album in the time he was just telling niggas
the wait
on it.
He was playing parts of it because I swear in that little snippet, that guy posted on Twitter. I might be mistaken, but I don't remember hearing what he posted on Twitter on this.
Mm-mm. And I think that Leek was the real album.
That was a Yandhi album.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what it was, parts of it. But he said that though. He said it on Salah. Everybody wanted Yandhi, and Jesus Christ did the laundry.
Mm-hmm.
He gospel. He telling you what happened.
See,
He had Yandhi and he turned it into a gospel album. Nicki Minaj is telling you what happened. She said she wasn't feeling the fact that he wanted to turn New Body into a gospel song. That's why that song is not here.
Mm-hmm.
That's why she ain't on the album no more. This album was ready to go with something else. And the day that he said quit secular music is the day that he changed it. I guarantee you.
But see, I want to hear from Kanye what happened between Ye and Jesus is King to make him want to make gospel.
Bro, you ain't gonna hear. You're gonna have to listen to his interviews and try to pick and prod that from those. Mm-hmm. Because you're not gonna get a straight answer from this man. Like,
cause it's like he went from I thought about killing you. Like he talking about that and like I don't know. Jesus is King.
I mean, he went, but that thought about killing you was some bipolar shit. It was him talking about his bipolar disorder or whatever. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think this is better than Ye.
You think Jesus King is better than Ye?
Yeah. I ain't even gonna lie. I think this is better than Ye, bro. I would rank Kanye's albums as like, I don't rank them album by album. I rank them on tiers. Like,
yeah, the
top tier Kanye albums to me are Late Registration, College Dropout, Beautiful Dark Twisted Family, Fantasy, and 808s and Heartbreaks. Then the next tier of his albums is like not College Dropout. What's the last college theme one? Graduation.
Yeah. And
like Cruel Summer, or whatever. Excuse me. Then the next tier where I would put Jesus is King at is like Gay, Life of Pablo, Jesus is King. And then like the bottom shit tier sewage is Jesus.
I can see that.
That's what I would put it as.
I haven't heard Yeezus in literal years, so I don't know.
Bro, that junk garbage, man. I listened to it like a couple months ago. I listened to Yeezus again after we did the As Us episode, because remember I was sitting up there telling them how I hated it. Mm-hmm. So I went back and listened to it, and it was reconfirmed that shit trash, bro. That junk is terrible. But Jesus is King is not. Jesus is King is a third-rate Kanye album with gospel elements added to it to me. And like, for him to go and follow his convictions and be a gospel artist, I can get with that. Like, we can continue with the track by track breakdown of it. After God is it Use This Gospel? Is that the next one?
Nah, it's Hands On.
Hands On with Fred Hammond. Mm-hmm. I don't like that one either.
No, I don't like this song.
I don't got much to say about it. I just don't like it. I forgot it was there. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't really like that song. I'd rather listen to Fred Hammond's own songs, where he got actual great gospel songs that you can go listen to without having to hear him on a Kanye song. Like, and that's what I would do.
And then to Use This Gospel.
Use This Gospel is kind of hit and miss for me. I just don't think Pusha T should have been there. Right? Pusha T was on Use This Gospel. He said a little snippet of something that sounded like praise. How could he not be the greatest? And then he started rapping about the feds raiding his house and how he was hiding under the blanket and all type of shit. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Pusha T.
Yeah, but damn it, get the fuck off the song, bro. You ain't have to be there.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't have to be on it, my nigga.
Well, I was about to say,
paid for this shit anyway. You president of the company.
That Pusha T, bro, him rapping about the drugs and
That shit didn't belong nowhere on this album. Get that shit out of here, man. Malice, I liked his part.
Mm-hmm.
He rapped. Malice is an actual Christian rapper now. No
Yeah.
Malice, as you have to call him now. He a Christian rapper, and he actually rapped about regretting how he used to be, how the shit he used to glorify, and how he used to just have the audacity to stand up posing, modeling clothes, posing for magazine photos after he talked about stuff that he shouldn't be pushing onto the masses in his eyes. He actually had a message, but Pusha T just did a drug rap and he tried to gospelify it with 1/2 a bar. How could he not be the greatest?
Yeah, then he said, I'm crooked as Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, shit. He didn't know who's to say he was even talking about God. How could he could have been talking about himself? How could he not be the greatest? If that's a not to say that he was talking about himself, but you could misconstrue that as him just referring to himself in the third person. You know what I'm saying? Like, so get the fuck out of here, Pusha T. I mean, of course I love Pusha T's rapping ability, but he don't belong to no gospel music. Rapping about dope again, bro. Get out. Go. Like, that's not what we here for. You know what I'm saying?
I like use this gospel. It's okay. It's okay.
It is okay. I like Kenny G part with the saxophone. He murdered it. And then on the last track, I can't remember what it's called. Basically the outro.
Jesus is Lord.
Yeah, that junk. I love that. That just the instrumental of it. I was saying like, dang Kanye, I wish you would shut up so I could turn this into a beat. Like I wish you could shut the freak on up so I could sample this, turn this into a damn beat, bro. Because that joint, those horns on Jesus is Lord, straight legit. You know what I mean? But like Needle Drop said, Jesus is Lord sounds like it should have been the intro.
Yeah.
To the album.
Now this is where we need to, this is what we need to talk about.
What's up?
Take Jesus is Lord. Put that first. Take Salah, scratch it.
Yeah.
Scratch that song. Follow God, put that at the end. He could have had, even make Follow God a bonus track.
Right.
Closed on Sunday. Take out anything talking about Chick-fil-A.
But that's what the
bro, take out Chick-fil-A,
it's called
bro.
Closed on Sunday because of
He
that.
could have, if Kanye would have dropped every hour at the end, Jesus is Lord, use this gospel, God is, water, everything we need. He would have had I believe he would have had a good album then.
I mean, the album is okay.
It's okay as is.
I
just wish he would have. I don't know. This is a lot of shit. I don't know whether it's like. I don't know why I don't like this song so much. And I want to keep listening to it so I can figure out exactly what I don't like. Because I know I don't like to put the build up on it. That do. I hate that.
Bro, it's one of those. Bro, it's one of them. Salah is one of them same old Kanye songs. Bro.
It sounds like some shit that should have been in Yeezus.
And he just put gospel elements to it. It's one of those same old Kanye songs where he talking all this shit, talking about being mad at the chauffeur and all type of dumb shit that ain't got nothing to do with God. Right? And then he threw some Bible verses in there. Ye should be set free. Then they're talking about the dumb shit he said about slavery being a choice when he was referring to the 13th Amendment. Nigga, everything ain't about you. Right? Nobody is still even thinking about you saying that stupid shit. You know why? Because it didn't matter because it was fucking stupid. So nobody with their right mind thought about slavery being a choice, and nobody in their right mind gave a fuck about your raggedy explanation of what you so-called really meant after the backlash happened. Nobody is thinking about that. So you don't have to come out here and try to defend yourself from it a year later because nobody cares.
I know this. He could have gave me an album full of waters and I would have been fine. Swear to you, bro. Water is the shit. Water is the shit, bro. This song is beautiful, man. Leek is water. This shit is a beautiful song, bro.
I mean,
This song, you can't tell me you don't listen to Water and just smile.
I don't.
I don't know how.
Skip the shit.
I don't know how.
That's
bro.
what I do.
Water makes me smile, bro. But like you said, this is a regular Kanye album with gospel sprinkled on it.
Yeah, it's just one
And he said it's another one coming out around Christmas.
supposed to come out on Christmas.
On Christmas.
With the whole Sunday service choir.
And you wanna know what I'm gonna do?
I'm gonna enjoy Christmas, and I'm not gonna be listening to that.
See, and this is where we're different, because on Christmas, while I'm waking up, I'm gonna be pressing Kanye into the phone and listening to this album it come out.
I will not.
See, and that's just I don't know why. If it's an artist that
You're a glutton for punishment.
if it's an artist that I like and they say and they coming out with a song, I have to listen. I have to listen to it. I don't know, especially when it's an artist like Kanye.
Bruh,
Even
Kanye
if like
has,
to this, well, see, it used to be like that with Eminem, right? I used to be a super fan of Eminem, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then he dropped that fucking. What was it? Was it Relapse?
Is it the one with all the pills on the front, or are you talking about Recovery?
Recovery.
Not afraid to shake.
I'm not afraid. Yeah, that one. I ain't.
But Kanye
that,
done dropped like 4 of those. Bro. You still fucking with his dumb ass?
Oh, bro, I can't, bro. It was just different when Eminem did it, because I was like,
Bro, Kanye has
what?
he's fucked off enough albums for me to stop caring, bro. And on Christmas Day this year, I will inevitably not be listening to the album that he is inevitably not going to drop that day, bro. You be waiting to New Year's Day to hear that bullshit.
I'm waiting to New Year. He said, this nigga not fucking up my Christmas fucking around with your music, nigga.
Fuck that shit.
You not about to sully my fucking Christmas, nigga.
That's all I got to say about Jesus is King, man.
Not to mention, Christmas music is trending on Apple Music now.
I'd rather listen to Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, bro. Grandma got run over by a reindeer, or any of that good old stuff.
Well,
I'm through talking about Jesus is King. I mean, it's a 3rd-tier Kanye album to me. Top tier, like I said, College Dropout, 808s and Heartbreaks, Late Registration, Beautiful Dark Twisted Family, Fantasy. 2nd tier, The Graduation Joint, Cruel Summer. 3rd tier, Yeezus, no, not Yeezus, Yay. This one here, Jesus is King, Life of Pablo, and one other one that I think I'm forgetting. I don't give a shit. And the shit tier, Yeezus.
The Fall Off is coming out 2020.
What is that?
J. Cole new album.
Oh, okay, don't care.
I can't wait to hear that.
I'm about as excited to hear that as I am to get my first fucking colonoscopy when I'm 50 years old. So
I am deceased.
I mean, I done learned to just stop looking forward to shit, bro. Like,
see, I wish I could do that.
Like, I don't look forward to shit because that's a waste of my time, bro. If I'm looking forward to J. Cole's album come out next year, I'm looking past all these days I got left in 2019. So when this album comes out, I'm going to listen to it and hopefully it's fire. And if it is, I will call it fire. But I'm not anticipating shit no more.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. So J. Cole delivered a fire. But until the album comes out, I don't care. Don't want to hear about it. Tell me that the album is coming out tomorrow and I'll be there to give you some streams, my nigga. But I ain't giving Kanye none for that Christmas album he coming out with. This fucking Jesus his King follow up with his
He said that nigga Kanye used all his strings. He used them up. He pulled them all.
That nigga Kanye fucked off enough albums, bro. Am I gonna sit around waiting for Yeezus? Then I hear that lump of shit. Then I'm gonna sit around waiting for Life of Pablo and hear that shit. Then I'm gonna sit around waiting for Ye and hear that shit. Now this. No, I'm not sitting around waiting for Jesus is born.
That's what it's supposed to be called?
That's what it's called. I mean, that's why it's coming out on Christmas, supposedly, even though it's going to probably come out on Valentine's Day.
Nah, St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, or April Fool's Day. That would be a fucking fitting day for it to come out on.
Gotcha. But we spent 52 minutes talking about the Kanye West album.
Well, we did an actual review of this.
So it's fitting to talk about some independent artists.
We got a second album review of an actual great album, the Fade to Black EP by that nigga Fat Mack out of As Us. Bruh, you know what we do when we talk about albums that are independent of niggas who ain't gonna sue us. Play me your favorite joint on that shit, man. It. I'm chewing gum into the microphone.
Bro, I done chewed 7 pieces of gum and spit them all out.
I'm still on that same piece because I got
that shit probably tastes like rubber.
Yeah, it do. Tastes like adhesive.
It tastes like a fucking boot. Fucking.
We got a filibuster because we have the album pulled up.
No cap. So I mean, whatever niggas want to talk about, there is
talking about gum and shit.
Gum. Get a fucking endorsement.
Bazooka Joe, Bubble Yum. Any of you motherfuckers want to come pay niggas to chew y'all shit on the podcast? No homo. We'll do it. I like gum sometimes. I didn't even know his album was on SoundCloud. I've been listening to that joint on Apple.
For real?
Me, Apple Music.
I got a feeling when I click this song, we're gonna get an ad. So I'm debating on if I want to pause it or just risk it all.
Or just pull it up on Apple Music. No ads.
No.
It's something.
More filibuster time, I guess.
Hell, let's give it a go. I mean, we ain't gonna sully his time stamp with all of this bullshit talk we doing right now.
But I got a feeling Fat Mack gonna listen to the podcast and hear it anyway. So, all right. Well, this is my favorite song, "Long Time Coming," featuring
Tricks. This is real music right here, bro.
Yeah, this is quality music.
Big boss status, flow automatic. Want it, gotta own it. Catch you caught up in the moment on the go with no break pass. Taking mine and break fast. All that bullshit that I'm hearing came to replace that. Hit you with that real shit. Everything is fabricated. Seem like niggas infatuated with their imagination. I move different. This money just make my moves switch up. Remain true and stay away from these fool niggas. Now who better than? Ain't no comparison. But you know the family. Flow so dope like coke. Got a medallion. Fly like a pelican. Been holding it down until the present tense. This ain't nothing new under the sun, bitch, I'm a veteran. Been in the game so long, I deserve a letterman. Who dare to oppose her to toe while damage them? Come through kicking doors down on those who won't let us in. We came to kill the game, leave us stiffer than a mannequin. Ain't shit changed, bitch, every day the same shit. Still one of the greatest, your bitch's favorite. Boo smoking like I rolled an 8.
How many times have I told you?
Yeah, niggas said I lost the step. I said they frontin'. If this nigga ever lost the step, it's cause I'm jumping. Zion, negative niggas I keep an eye on. Always on guard for the shot, nigga, that's nylon. Used to keep a box by the bed, that's where the bank be. I came from humble beginnings, now you can thank me. Boy, I got a son to raise, so I don't think me. Gotta keep him safe, so this 40 ain't got a safety. But I don't wanna bow, niggas came here to wow. Niggas eyes on the future, but my mind thinking now, nigga, listen to the locks.
We gotta go to my go-to track, and then we gonna review the album after that.
What you got?
All you gotta do is skip it back one time. Get y'all a little taste of what's on this album.
You know my niggas watching. Started out on the block as a child with the problem. Ironic, these same problems turned a nigga to a monster. Got niggas won't take me out, cause they know they can't stop it. Guess I'm cursed with a gift like Jay said. Mama said I need to go to church like Mace did. Couple bitches mad, told the nigga he ain't shit. But all I do is shrug it off and smile like it ain't shit. Ain't nothing changed, bitch. Me, my niggas still on that same shit. On the road to bitches trying to hit with the change is. This all was the dream, trying to ball with the team. Counting up figures, plotting on getting bigger. Painting pictures, watch all my pictures get more vivid. What can I say? A nigga trying to get it. See, my only dream was to be the fucking greatest. Heading to the top, I'll hit you when I make it. Vision never blurry, even though I'm faded. Got my eyes on the prize, I dare nigga to take it. See, my only dream was to...
Alright, turn it down. Let's talk about the album. Alright, so this is actually like... It's an EP or whatever, right? It's only 5 songs long, but the thing about the EP that stood out to me is how, like at first listen, is how they took the 5-track length, 13 minutes, and melded so many different styles together, but still made it be cohesive.
Yeah.
Like that song that we just listened to, Perfect Dream, the song that we just played, it sounded like something from back in that era where the Roots was just coming out, like around they Do You Want More album, around the 9-3 Till Infinity Souls of Mischief album, around the Mike Geronimo Natural album, from back in those days. It sounded like it fit right in there, right? Mm-hmm. Like this song just came out on October 17th. Yeah. That's when this album came out. This song, Perfect Dream, reminded me of I'm like 15 years old, 14. Me and my cousin Rodney just in the house playing the fucking GameCube, playing Splinter Cell and shit. Cause this is the type of music that we was listening to, had that type of vibe. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And excuse me. Granted, the albums I just listed, when I was 15 years old, 14, 13, those albums was already old at that time. Them shits was considered old school albums at the time, even when I was young. Uh-huh. But it's like bringing that junk into the modern era. When you do a classic sound right is when you can give the feeling of nostalgia, right? Even though your shit is new. Like when Kendrick Lamar had the King Kunta shit. Yeah. The King Kunta shit gave you the feeling of like the LA riots, even though that shit came out in 2015. The LA riots happened in the Rodney King riots happened in like 1991, 92.
Bro, with As Us music and the Fat Mack album, City Pyramid on the beat, City Pyramid rapping on it. The game needs this music. Mm-hmm. The game needs this vibe, this flow. The way they can put music together, all different types of sounds and shit, and make it sound like it sound. This is what the game needs.
Right.
I don't know. Like, this shit needs to get pushed so hard to where there's no choice but for these niggas to be doing sellout shows, bro. You listening to the same shit I'm listening to right now.
Right.
Like, everybody who fucks with rap and thinks they like rap and like hip hop and all of it, they need to hear this. They need to sit down and listen to everybody that's in this group. Because when I was reviewing this album and when I was listening to it, I went back
and I'm listening to William Price songs. I went back. I'm listening to my boy Boy Rand songs. I'm listening to City Pyramids for that Back to Self freestyle. Mm-hmm. I'm listening to all of those, and I'm just it's enhancing the Fat Mack album, because it's like all of them are together, and it's like they all feed off of each other, and I feel like they make each other better, because it's like I hear a song from one of them, and then immediately, so like say if I hear Fat Mack on a song, if I hear him on a different song, he's better than he was last time.
Oh yeah, that's what
like these niggas are like superheroes, bro.
Steel sharp and steel.
That's what I'm saying. Every like if I hear City Pyramids beat, the next beat I hear by him is crazy. Like,
bro,
I don't know what I can keep saying about these artists
like
except for listen to them, because you can't, like, it's getting to the point where they're so good that it's like I mean these niggas is better than mainstream niggas.
I mean, like the whole mainstream concept just need to die, in my opinion. And to me, shit, I don't give a fuck. Like, if the shit was whack to me, I say it. And we done met these niggas. We fuck with these niggas, but if the shit wasn't good, I'll say it wasn't good, bro. Like, every artist is entitled to make missteps with their music, bro.
And I haven't heard a single
That's what I'm saying. Like, my favorite artists of all time got whack albums, bro. Wu-Tang Clan got whack albums. Like, that's my favorite artist. Like, A Tribe Called Quest ain't got a whack album, but they got one that's not good, bro. Like, they got that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like I always listen for gems to be dropped. Like, and you know, like City came on the joint, said he don't give a fuck about a failure, nigga. He just keep the pedal down behind the bank like Azalea. I'm careful with my efforts now. Come on, man. Like, what the fuck,
I can't, bro. With this rap group, this is a rap group where it's like, these niggas have yet to drop the ball, bro.
Right.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. This shit is crazy,
bro. I don't know, bro. Like, I don't even.
When I start making music, I want a song with every one of these niggas. No cap.
Bro, I ain't even gonna front. Like, this shit is like, these niggas got albums that should be like album of the year consideration.
Yes, bro, like, they got albums that need to be fucking.
They I think at least 4 of them dropped the album this year. City Pyramids, William Price, Fat Mack just dropped this one. Boy dropped his album earlier. I mean, shit. But back to this album, this Fade to Black EP. Excuse me. I just like Fat Mack seemed like he just loved the type of music that I love.
That's what I'm saying.
You can hear the influences on the joints. Like the 10 Toes Down joint sounds like it sound like, you know what 10 Toes Down sound like, bro? Tell me if you don't think 10 Toes Down sound like this. Don't 10 Toes Down sound like it could have been like a sequel to like the Straight Ballin' Tupac song, bro?
Let me. I'm listening to it now.
Don't tell me the Straight Ballin' by Tupac on the Thug Life album, not the one with Trick Daddy, the real version from Thug Life. Straight Ballin'. Don't 10 Toes Down sound like it could have been a part 2 to that just off the vibe alone.
It could. The only thing that is missing is the singing hook joint. That's the only. That is literally the only joint.
That was just a sample though. That was a sample from part.
No, if they would have had the singing sample, it would have been that.
That's what I'm saying. Even the real part 2 of Straight Ballin', Still Ballin' doesn't have a singing sample on it. I'm saying, like, this sound like a more in line, of course, Still Ballin' came out when Tupac was already dead, so he couldn't be there to tell them don't do this bullshit to my song.
Mm-hmm.
But like this sound like something Tupac would have approved, like 10 Toes Down does. Like this is just another fucking stellar album, stellar tracks, stellar EP, in the long lineup of music that they continue to drop and shit. If they can,
not to mention the fucking cover art is fired.
it's like him performing on stage.
It is.
Motherfucker said, it's a gift and a curse, like Jay said. Mama said I need to go to church like Mace did. Like, it's just another a piece of work in the larger body of work that's just filled with fucking classics already. Mm-hmm. So like, of course, you know, we've been on vacation for the past couple weeks.
No cap.
But we back in this motherfucker. That means that you know, this will be in the description. So you click on that, you listen to that. After you finish listening to Kanye's Jesus is King, you know, you go listen to this too. Get your hip hop back on. Alright. Now, we got a new artist that we haven't talked about before from our own home state, North Carolina. I mean, As Us is from here too, but everybody know that already. We already done said they from Fayetteville. I don't know exactly what city that Just Leek is from, but he shouted it on this track that he's from the 252. And shout out to that boy Nico Porter for putting that song to Just Leek. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, Just Leek got a track. It's called Snakes. And we about to talk about it right now. Let's go. I swear to God. Fuck. Pause that before it plays.
It's
fucking
I just mute it.
Yeah, hold on. Let's just filibuster for a few seconds with this piece of shit ad goes away. I can't stand ads. SoundCloud, stop being so cheap. Folks, stop being so cheap. You ain't gotta put ads on. Y'all better be paying Just Leek for this ad y'all playing across his music. He better be getting some money. You know what I'm saying?
All right, we in there.
Turn that joint up. Snakes by Just Leek.
So I guess your man's match. Real pussy nigga, hope he brought a Tampax. Snatch your breath out your chest, I ain't talking anthrax. Ran a train on your main, we gon' call it Amtrak. I'm the man with the plan, you can't understand that. Looking rich on the gram, nigga, where your band's at? Lot of fake tough guys, and you niggas can't rap. Send some snakes on your plane, slime you where you land at. Snakes on the plane, boy, I feel like Sam Jack. Sam cook a nigga up, baby, where my pants at? Try to trap, would have thought I ran track. Hit the 40-yard dash, you're another man pack. This 40 got some kick, bitch, you better stand back. Hurricane Chris, let me get a hand clap. I got Miley in my body, no, this ain't no Zam rap. Took the top off the Mozzie, now the shawty can't cap. Watch this, I got Bluetooth busting out, I need some extra pockets. I know niggas hate
right. That nigga said
before you say that, tell me it don't sound like he could have been one of the members of 3-6 Mafia.
No, they don't really rap like this.
Well, he could have.
Like
better yet, 8 Ball MJG.
More along that line.
That's what it is.
More along that lines.
He got that southern vibe. Mm-hmm. That hard southern vibe though.
Yeah. And this shit was killing on some shit where he said, snakes on the plane, bitch, I feel like Sam Jack. Sam cook a nigga up. Tell me where my pan's at. What the fuck? Like every fucking bar sound like it was being thrown at the end of a punch, nigga. It sounded like a fist was punching these bars into your face. That's what it sounded like on this fucking track, and that beat was crazy, right? like you said before we started recording, you gotta have a certain type of a fucking swag to rap with one of those slow flows and make that shit stick.
To have a slow flow, you have to have a certain type of vibe, yo.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. Rapping fast is neither here nor there, everybody's. But if you gonna rap slow and have words, you gotta have words to say. Because if you rap fast, you could just add a beat and you could anything sound, because niggas gonna hear the beat. But if you rapping slow and niggas can hear what you saying, you better have swag and bars, nigga. That's you better stop.
Like this joint set up like a perfect atmosphere. This is how you know bruh had confidence in the song, right?
Yeah.
Because he got like a 40-second build up, but with him not saying nothing at the beginning of just start it over if you want to, bruh. Just building the atmosphere.
Just building it up.
This is that North Carolina shit. From the 252.
Bitch, you goofy, so I guess your man's Max. Real pussy nigga, hope he brought a 10 packs. Snatch your breath out your chest.
I ain't talking anthrax.
Ran the train on your main.
We gon' call her anthrax.
I'm the man with the plan. You can't understand that. Looking rich on the gram, nigga, where your bands at?
Looking rich on the gram, nigga, where your bands at?
It's so fucking fire, dude.
Where you land at? Snakes on the plane. Boy, I feel like Sam Jackson.
Cook a nigga up. Nigga, where my pants at?
Try to track, snatch your set. When I thought I ran track, hit the 40-yard dash, hit another man pack. This 40 got some kick, bitch, you better stand back. Hurricane Chris, let me get a hand clap. I got Molly in my body, no this ain't no Zan rap. Took the top off the Mozzie, now the shawty can't cap. Watch this, I got blue cheese busting out, I need some extra pockets. I know niggas hating now, they like he think he hot shit. You ain't gotta go to Houston just to see the rocket. But don't push me, I ain't scared of pop stick. Fuck around and kick the dough like nigga, what's a locksmith? I'm from
Round and kick the dough like nigga, what's a locksmith? That's what you was saying, nigga. You gotta be ready to, if you gon' spit some concise shit where people can understand every word, that shit better be hot.
It better be some shit like
You know
this.
what I'm saying? This shit is fire, man. Just, you know what, man? You know what?
Run it back.
Run that shit back. Let that be the fucking outro. We out, nigga. Y'all gonna go out on some motherfucking Just Leek today. Just Leek Snakes. We done.
We done.
We reviewed Jesus is King.
Jesus
We reviewed
King.
Fade the Black by
Fade the
Fat
Black
Mack.
Fat Mack.
And we reacted to this Just Leek Snakes. And we finished, nigga. We back in this motherfucker.
Oh, and no fuck ups today.
Bitch, you goofy, so I guess your man's Max. Real pussy nigga, hope he brought a 10 pack. Snatch your breath out your chest, I ain't talking anthrax. Ran the train on your main, we gon' call her Amtrak. I'm the man with the plan, you can't understand that. Looking rich on the gram, nigga, where your bands at? Not a fake tough.
Shout out to GCM Audio. He made a track dedicated to us. Gonna use it as the intro next week.
Boy, I feel like Sam Jack. Sam cook a nigga up.